All right, so what's in this little case? It's a really cool stick welder that I got from this company here. And I thought, you know what, this thing's really compact. I've had a few times where I've actually gone out to a job and they had like a wrought iron gate and they needed a little repair done. And kind of a drag a MIG welder in. It also would be some of the stick welders are kind of bulky, and this one's cool because it fits in this nice little case. So I thought when these guys offered this to me, I thought, well, this would be kind of something kind of neat. People could see, and it's like a kind of unique. I don't know if I would weld with it like this because it just seems like you'd have a lot of movement on your end. You'd probably get some ugly looking weld, but it does have two different options here. So you have in the case, you have a grounding clamp, and you also have a electrode. I can't remember, but electrode clamp. So you can just put your electrode on the end of here and plug that into the front of it. So you can do either way. You can actually put the stick right in the end of it like a heat gun and weld with it, or you can put it on here and weld with it. I think I'm going to try it more on here, but it might be something I think that's going to take some getting used to weld with that. So anyway, let's see. I really don't know if it's going to take very big. I don't think it's going to take very big stuff. So I got some 1/16. This is 6013 1/16, and I got some 7018 3/32. I don't know if it'll work with that, but let's see if it does and see what it does. And like I said, it'd be great for small things, water repair, something you need to get out and do out in the field. And you're going to want to just take this with you and do a little bit of stuff and put it back in the truck. I don't think you're going to be worried about duty cycle much with something like this, but it might get the job done for a few little jobs and different things you need. I think it's kind of a field welding outfit, and let's take a look and see how it works. All right, I'll just tell you straight up, I do not stick weld. So if you see my welding doesn't look the greatest, that's because I don't do that. Normally, I use MIG machines. I got a few. But when I'm out somewhere and I need something welded, I think I'm going to be using this thing. It works really good. If I do need something done, I'm sure I could get it to work. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing here. I've been practicing a little bit on this thing, so it's no pretty stuff. But here's my first run. Then I got this one here. And this was with, let's see, 6013. So 6013 1/16. I tried the what is this? 3/32, and I'm sure somebody could get it to go down, but I'm not. Like I said, I am not the stick welding guy, because this is what mine looks like. Because I got it stuck on there a few times trying to get it to strike an arc, and I couldn't do it. So, but again, this is not ideal steel. I think this is. I don't think it's quite 1/8. It's whatever, 3/32 or something like that. So, yeah. So this is my hit with. I got it going a little bit with the 7018. I'm not going to try any other rods. I know that this thing's not going to put out. So I just ordered some more 7018 1/16, which is really, I think, what this machine's about. I was able to burn holes with it, of course. When you're not very good at this stuff, you have to push that wire. I'm not used to pushing it in so fast. So anyway, that's because I'm just not the greatest welder, and that's fine. But you can see I got penetration, so I know how to, get it to stick. So let's turn this thing on. I want to just show you what it sounds like and stuff. It has a really powerful fan, and it is pretty heavy. It's no little lightweight thing. That's why I was saying it's not like super heavy, but it would be kind of hard to try and weld with it. I mean, kind of push the wire in. You can always use the weight of the machine and kind of, you know, yeah, with the 1/16, they almost have to push it in that fast. I'm not used to going that fast. I mean, you're really pushing it in fast with a 1/16. But let's turn it on. Listen to it. You have to push and hold, and it shows your amps on there. So then you have this little knob here. I was trying at 70 amps. Goes up to 120. Yeah, like when I put it at 120, that's when I was burning holes. So yeah, about 70 amps probably for that. I think maybe a little less. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really good with welding settings for these things. I can play around with it though, and I'll get good at it. And if I had to do something on the job site, I'm certain that I could get it. You know, I could fix a gate with this thing. Like, for instance, you know, you got to job site, their gate was fine. You're the last one who touched it. The gate falls off the hinge, and then you're like explaining things. You know, you could just bring this over the next day and fix them up, and they'd be so happy. Get a referral out of it, maybe. So that's the way I look at it. You know, this is one of those things that's kind of cool to have. You know, I could put it in my trailer, take it out to the desert with me, and it's small, it's compact. It goes in this little nice case. I could put a few welding rod in here, or we call them electrodes, I guess, right? Put a few electrodes in there. The smaller ones fit really nice. Look, these could fit in here, no problem. The big ones, I don't think so. Let's look. I don't think they're gonna fit. No, you can put those in there, but maybe you could even, you know, get a small box of these and put it in there. That might work. You know, shove it in there with all the cords and everything. Have it all, a little welding kit. If something broke, you could fix it. Anyway, maybe I'll do a little more welding with it, and I'll bring you guys back in. Maybe show you some demo. I might get a different piece out. This is just some scrap stuff I just had laying around. You know, something perfect for testing welding. I'll bring you back in. I'll get something different and maybe do a little better test for you. I want to say that's not too bad. It's pretty well penetrated. My problem is if you see it's the reason it's kind of lumpy and not even is because I have to stop and then go a little bit because I'm not pushing the rod fast enough. I'm not used to going down that fast. So yeah. Anyway, let's see if I can. You know, the main thing is again, you know, can I put two pieces of metal together? So I'm going to put this piece here, clamp this on here, or magnet it on there. Get you guys back a little bit so you can see. Put that piece on, maybe put it down here. And I'm just going to weld that sucker on there and see how it works. So maybe I can get you guys in frame. The problem I'm having right now is getting it striking an arc. Like I said, I'm not a stick welder. I get frustrated with these things but once I get it going, then of course it's fine. It's just, and then once it's red, it's easier to strike it again once you get it started. So again, I'm not a stick welder. We're just gonna see what I can do with this, and then, you know, the main thing, if I can fix a gate on a, you know, job site with it, then it'd be great. was actually looking pretty good until I blew a hole in it right here. You can see over on this side. Over here, I got it pretty good. It was going really nice, but I just had a hole there, and I went back to kind of touch it up, and it looks all pitty and gross right there, but I'll show you what you do with that. Well, I did kind of make a mess in there. It's a little harder to weld in a corner, especially like I said, I'm just trying to make something hold. So if a gate was falling off and I wanted it to be staying up, then I could do this and make it work. So anyway, that's about it. I guess that's at 60 amps. Maybe I should have it lower. I don't know. I'm burning through that. It's kind of thin. This is really, I think this is a little thinner than the other. Might be. I don't know. Maybe they're the same. Does it look thinner to you? Anyway, yeah, it feels thinner, but a little tough to weld on thin stuff with a arc welder. But, it can get the job done. This is very strong, I'm sure. Is it gonna break? Nope. Tell you, it's on there good. Just doesn't look very good. So, anyway, said I am not the welding channel. This is just something I'm putting up here so that, if you were doing a job, you ran into a problem, and you had one of these things, you could probably fix it. It's pretty neat. I'll tell you this much. I mean, it sounds like a heat gun, and it's heavy enough to where it's probably got some wire in there, and it does do 120 amps, and I cranked it up. I don't have anything that thick to weld with it, so it's really better to weld something thicker with something like this, an arc welder. So it's much easier to MIG weld this. It's cheaper, thinner stuff. So yeah, but it would get the job done. Is what I'm trying to explain and trying to show you guys. And it's kind of a cool tool to have around. And if you're interested in one, check the link in the description and give these guys a shot. I think it's really neat. I saw it and I was kind of like, I don't know how I would film that. How would I show people that? But I thought, what, maybe you're just like me and you don't really stick weld, and you never really wanted a stick welder. But then you think, well, if it's compact and I can put it in my truck and just do a small repair here and there, this thing's really the ticket. It's really neat. It's really cool, and it's all compact. You can put everything into one case and just go out to the job and fix something if you need to. All right, so I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hope you see your comments. And I'm sure there'll be some people telling me I can't weld with crap, and that's fine. I can't weld. I cannot weld with a crap, especially MIG welder or a stick welder. I just don't do it. All right, talk to you next one. I don't do it enough.